Try. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Today is World Teen Mental Wellness Day. So I think a super important day all the time, but especially this year as we are entering, I think, month 13 of pandemic lockdown. Not awesome. So super glad to see you all are here today. And I know that it can definitely impact our mental wellness. I even woke up this morning and was kind of like meh myself. So I think this is a super important topic. If you're personally struggling, I think here are some things that you can know is that asking for help is a sign of strength. I had someone ask me for help this morning and I was like, yes, so pumped. Living a healthy lifestyle helps to keep our brains on point. So getting good sleep, drinking enough water, eating good food. That actually helps our brain chemistry. So pretty cool. Know that you have power and then think about the ways that you're awesome. Like everybody has some way that they are awesome, although each of them are different. So thinking about that. There are a lot of coping skills, right? So thinking about ways that you can take care of yourself, like whatever you do for your own self-care. I know for me, I like to go on walks. And then surround yourself with people who are healthy for you. So not necessarily just all positive all the time, but people who make you feel better. If you know someone who's struggling, right, here's some things that you can do. I'm sure almost all of us probably know someone who's not super awesome right now. So seek to understand what they're going through, try to figure out what they're going through. We can reduce stigma by increasing awareness, right? So I know it's super important in my family. In my family growing up, we didn't really talk about mental health at all. And so when I was I'm gonna go to a therapist for the first time, I was 26, and when I told my family, they were like, "Why? What's wrong with you?" kind of thing. And I was like, "Hey, that's not really how that is, right? I'm trying to make myself better kind of thing. And I need some help to do that." So that was one way that we helped to reduce the stigma in my family, was just talking about it a little bit. So that's kind of what today's day is about, right? So celebrating this day is to help increase awareness about mental health and mental wellness. Um, know that if you're someone who's struggling, someone who's struggling might need space, but they might be happy to know that you're there, and being consistent really helps. Um, yeah, Ashley, that's kind of how my family was too. They kind of thought therapy was for people who are crazy. And I was like, that's not how that therapy is for. Definitely not. And so I was encouraged by some of my friends, and I kind of felt that way too, because I grew up that way. And then some of my really good friends were like, no, that's silly. Therapy is good for you. Therapy is good for everyone. And it's been really helpful for me. So I definitely am pro therapy now. There's a question: are there any free therapists? Yeah, there are. There are some who are free, especially right now, and I can send them if you're interested. Feel free to just say me in the chat, and I can send you some information that Miss Resney sent me recently. So if you can't afford one, you definitely can still have one. So definitely are free therapists. And then just positive vibes are contagious, right? So not toxic positivity, you have to be positive all the time, right? But the more positive that you are, that can be contagious for other people feeling positive about their lives for sure. So pretty cool, super important day. What's your favorite way to take care of yourself? I know for me, I like to go for long walks. How do y'all take care of yourself? What does self-care look like for you? Drop it in the chat. What does self-care look like? Skincare for sure. Cleaning, definitely. Definitely. My boyfriend, when he is not feeling good, he cleans his whole house. Snacking, yes, for sure. Snacking. Love a good food. I like to walk around. For sure. Drinking a lot of water is awesome. Taking breaks between stressful moments, I think that's a really good one too. His chats are so good. I love it. Laying in bed, eating strawberries with your puppy and watching movies. Wow, that sounds like the best day ever. For sure, for sure. Stephanie, words of wisdom, learning to say no goes a long way. That is true. That is true. Learning to say no can really help out. Drinking water. Yeah. I'm keeping my plant alive with Plant Nanny by drinking my water. It's making me feel better for sure. Nice. Well, these are all really good ways to take care of yourself. So, I really appreciate y'all in the chat saying the ways that you can take care of yourself. And I just want to put out there, if you need someone to talk to, if that's a good coping strategy for you, and you're like, man, I don't even know where my friends are at, and I don't know like who they are or where they're at right now, like I feel really disconnected. I'm happy to be there for you. So if you're ever feeling down or out, just shoot me a text message or an email, and I got you. Cool. Let's jump in today. This is what our agenda looks like. We're going to do announcements, and then we'll do our flashcard quiz and go over the common mistakes on it. And then the we'll do assignment work time. You just let me know when you have submitted. Antoine, the password is no, sorry, Antoine. The password is the first month. Sorry, I had the period 3 password up. It's the first month is that password. My bad. That one there. Thank you, Antoine. Cool. All right. So my first announcement is it is week 8. It is week 8. There's only a few weeks until final grades are going to be turned in. So today we're doing 29. Is that true? No, today we're on 31. This is my pre-calc one. Hold on. Here we go. Today we're on 31. And then if we're on Thursday, if you're done with 29 through 31, we're going to play a review game. If you're not done with those ones, that is okay. But you'll be working in a small group in order to submit 29 to 31. So hoping to I saw some of you all really want to play Kahoot or maybe Gimkit. So we want to, I want to play a review game with you all. That'll be Thursday. If you're not done with these assignments, that game won't be very much fun. So we want to make sure that you are submitting there. So cool. Any questions about the end of the quarter? We have week 8 and then 9, 10, and 11. So after this week, only three weeks left. And then we get to take a break. Yay. Any questions about the end of the quarter? Cool. Looks like there aren't any right now, but if you have any more, please let me know in the chat while I pull this up. All right, seeing that it's the end of the quarter, I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew where they're at. This is as of last night, I guess. So if you see your name on this list, it just means that you need to submit or resubmit for 28 is in this red box, 29 is in the orange box, and 30 is in the yellow box. So I know, for example, like a few people in this yellow box did the checkpoint and they did the IXL, but they just didn't turn in the assignment. So you're all done with the assignment, but you didn't turn it in. So please make sure that you do go ahead and turn that in on Canvas, and that will help me grade it. Someone had a question earlier, which I thought was really awesome, which was Miss, you gave me a grade, but I didn't turn anything in. Great. I'm so glad you noticed. The reason that I did that, if I see that you did the checkpoint, right? Or if I see that you've done the IXL, I go ahead and give you the benefit of the doubt and I give you those points, right? So that means sometimes you'll have a very low score because you didn't do the notes or whatever. But I will give you the benefit of the doubt and I give you some of those points, but you can always still submit or resubmit your assignment, right? So just because I graded it, even the Desmos on 28, just because I graded it the first time doesn't mean I'm done grading it. So if you want to keep working on it, I am happy to continue grading it. Okay, so just FYI. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna throw out this poll to us. How did we do with the notes today? Did you do the notes this morning or have you done the notes for 31 already? And then how well do you feel like you understand based on the notes? Thanks for that info. I'm at 18. I'm looking for 5 more. 5 more humans. Take about 10 more seconds. All right. Cool. Thanks to those of you who jumped in here. It looks like about 75% of us have done the notes already, which is great. And then about 5 of us didn't get a chance to get to them yet. So here's what we're going to do. If you took the notes, we're going to jump into the flashcard, right? We're going to jump into the flashcard. Remember, like in my class, if we would do the notes and then I would give you an actual physical flashcard and you would do a problem on it to make sure that you know what you're doing. That is what we are going to do today. It looks like some of you have already done it, which is awesome. So hang tight for me just a second. If you did not complete the notes yet today, I'm going to go ahead and open up a breakout room. I'm going to open up your breakout rooms. If you did not take the notes, jump into the breakout room and work on the notes for me, please. So if you are someone who did not take the notes, feel free to jump into that room at this point. If you did take the notes, you're going to go ahead and do the flashcard right now. So if you did take the notes, you're going to do the flashcard right now. So if you did take the notes, you're working on the flashcard. Put that flashcard in the chat again. Yeah. If you don't know how to put it in the calculator, that would be very challenging. So let's say you're on Desmos. Are you using Desmos, Neve? Yes. Okay, cool. So to put it in the calculator, you're going to make sure first that you are in the tool here. You're going to go to degrees, make sure that you're in degrees. And then once you're here, you can press this button down here. And that will give you this functions button. And then functions will let you choose the -1 version. So sine -1, and then you can type in like 11/27 or whatever, and it will tell you what the function is here. Does that make sense? Amazing. You're welcome, no problem. These are my people who have already taken the test today. Thank you, thank you. Good question, Ale. If you are Amy, Elvia, Angelica, Diana, Antoine, Cheyenne, Ale, Geraldine, or Michelle, this means that you got 4 out of 4 on your checkpoint. You're good to go. And you submitted on Canvas. I appreciate you. If you are one of these people, you can sign off now. You are all done for today. If you are Ashley, stick around for the review and then you can head out. And then Roxana, I saw your score, but I didn't see you on Canvas yet. So go ahead and submit on Canvas and then you're good to go. Unless you're still working on your assignment, that's fine too. All right. So if you're in here with me, you should be filling out that form. Amy, I got yours. Thank you. Anna, I got yours. Thank you. Angela's still working on that. Ashley M, I got yours. Thank you. Brittany, still working on it. Elizabeth, I got you. Leslie, I got you. Nevia, still working on yours. Oh, yeah, your calculator. And then Nick, still working on yours. Sada, I just got yours. Thank you. All right. Michelle, Geraldine, good. Perfect. Amy, good. Ollie, good. Okay. Cool. Nice. These scores are looking great, y'all. Nick, I'm looking at yours. I'm looking for yours. And Brittany, looking for yours. All right, glad to have you. Hi, Roxana. I don't know if you're just joining us for the first time, Roxana, are you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. No problem. Let me give you this password here. And then I saw, Roxana, that you already took the flashcard quiz. So you just need to submit on Canvas. All right, friends. This is how we are doing thus far. So we got like a lot of fours, some threes, a two and a one. Looking at the first question, it looks like everyone who submitted it has gotten it correct. We're using opposite and adjacent, right? Because we're using opposite over adjacent. Let me actually do this in a different way. Let's go to question number 2. So question number 2, if we want to find this one, our opposite is 7 and our adjacent is 12. So it looks like we'd have 7 over 12. Most of us got it, and then we just had one person put 12 over 7. No big deal. Just flip them over, right? Glad we still chose 10. For number 3, we then had to solve for x. So we're going to go ahead and use Desmos. I'm going to go calculator here. I'm going to use Desmos, and I need to do the tangent inverse of 7 over 12, like that, and we get 30.25. If you got 0.5, it's because your calculator was in radians, right? Was because your calculator was in radians. So we want to make sure that your calculator is in degrees. If you got 59.7, I think that was if you put 12 over 7 like that, right? So you just did it the opposite direction. Right? So that was the mistake there. And then for number 4, they gave us a full problem to do, right? And the correct answer was 66.4. This one's looking good. 66.42, be careful. The question says as a decimal rounded to the nearest 10th, 1 decimal place, right? That's what it says right here. So be careful that you're not using too many decimals. That's why that one would have been wrong. And then this same thing, right? It says using tenths, right? So that's why that one was wrong. 68.2 degrees. I'm not exactly sure how we got 68.2. or 1.2. 1.2 might be with radians. So for this one, if we want to find f, our opposites over here, this would be adjacent and hypotenuse. Adjacent and hypotenuse, is that sine, cosine, or tangent, y'all? If I have adjacent and hypotenuse. It is not sine. Which one is A over H? Cosine, yeah, it'd be cosine. So this would be cosine of 4 over 10. And we want to use cosine inverse to get rid of it, and we get 66.4. 66.4. And you could have put it with the degree sign. I think one of these has a space in it. Any of these would have worked. Cool. Yes, yes. On the whole, we did a great job. Lots of 4s. So I'm happy for that. The average was a 3.5, but the median was a 4. So I think we're in a really good place. Okay. I am going to stop sharing this really fast. I'm going to go ahead and send out a poll for those of you who had questions. This was a great suggestion, was to have a poll with the questions that you wanted to get help on. So if you're looking at the assignment, if you've already started it, which questions would you like to go over? Do you have an IXL question? Do you want to work on part 3, 1 through 8, or something from the Google form? You can select any of those if you'd like, and I'll leave that open for you if you want to grab that. Otherwise, let's head to the assignment. If you're just checking in with us, I'm going to go ahead. Assignment here. This is our assignment. Steph, if you don't mind popping around breakout rooms, just checking in. That'd be great. Thank you. All right, there was one question about part 3 and one about 16. So let me go to y'all. Oh yeah, I love this problem. Okay. I don't know who. This is the problem with the chat. I'm not exactly sure how to help. Got it, Brittany. Awesome. Then you are good to go, Britt. Thank you. Thanks so much. Okay. Can somebody let me know if you chose part 3 or if you're interested in going over part 3? Just let me know that you're listening to this. Part 3. Anybody? For number 8, I have my angle here, right? My angle there. And then I'm going to go straight across. That gets me to my opposite. From 90 degrees, go straight across. That'll get me to my hypotenuse. 90 degrees always across. And then left over, we have our adjacent, right? But we don't need that one. So O and H, right? O and H, that's going to get me to sine. So I'm going to write sine theta equals, sine, remember, is so it'd be O over H. So 12 over 37.8. 37.5. What's the opposite of sine? What's the opposite of sine? How do I get rid of sine in an equation? My opposite is sine -1, right? Sine inverse. Sine inverse. So sine and inverse sine, they are inverses of each other. They cancel each other out and leaves me with just theta equals, and I'm going to do sine inverse of 12 over 37.5. So I'm going to go to functions, go to sine -1, and then 12 divided by 37.5. 37.5. And I get 18.66. The 6 is going to round up this first 6 to 18.7. 18.7. And since it's an angle here, it's going to be in degrees. My angle is in degrees. 18.7, check my answer key down here. 18.7, yay. 18.7, just like that. That was number 8. Looks like number 9 was also a question. Number 9. So with this one, here's my angle. Straight across is opposite. 90 degrees is hypotenuse. So it's going to be sine again. Sine of x is equal to 10 over 39. Thinking, okay, how do I get rid of sine? I use sine inverse. Some people call it arc sine. You ever see that? Arc sine. And then we have sine inverse and sine. This x equals, I'm going to do sine inverse 10 over 39. So in my calculator, instead of 12 over this, I'm going to do 10 divided by 39, like that. 14 point, and then it's 85. So the 5 is going to round up and make that a 9, 14.9 degrees. Cool. Then, there you go, Lily. Oh, nope, not that one. Hold on. If you scroll up in the chat, I think it's there too. Welcome. All right, and then 16 is here. Wow, we have sine again. We have here is my opposite. 90 degrees, going to be my hypotenuse. So I have sine of x equals 36 over 40. And then I use sine inverse to get rid of it. So I would have 36 over 40 like this. And I get x equals 64 point, the 1, 5, the 5 is going to round up, make it 64.2. 64.2 right here. And remember that it is in degrees. There. Awesome. All right. I know I asked about part 3 earlier. Is there anyone who wants to do part 3? Anybody who wants to do the soccer ball question? Cool. Okay. Lily, tell me what part you're working on. I think everybody tell me what part you are on. You don't have, this doesn't mean that you have a question. Just let me know where you are in the assignment or in the notes. Thank you, Angela, for telling me what number you're on or what part you're working on. Sweet Nick, sounds good. Elizabeth, you're finishing part 3, cool. Sada is on 2, cool. Roxana, cool, thank you. No problem, Lily. Thanks for letting me know. Does that mean you're on the notes then? Awesome, cool. And then Anna finishing part 3. Sweet. Let me see if I can get an answer for part 3. If you want to check your answer for part 3, I will have it here in a moment. Should get 12.5. 12.5 degrees, but remember that you're calculating and explaining. So if you want to put a picture in here, you can, right? If you want to do something here, you can put like a screenshot or a picture of your work on paper, or you can type out your response if you want to type it. Either way works for me. Angela, is that part 3 or you're working on number 3? Part 3, okay. Let me know if you want any support with it. Leslie, what are you working on? Hi, Ben, welcome back. Hi, JR, welcome back. Hi, Ozzy. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome back. All right, team. We have reached pretty much the end of our time together today. If you have any questions for me, feel free to stick around. I can hang out for a little while here. Or if you have any questions later, feel free to send me a text message or an email, and I'll be happy to help you out. Other than that, we are all done for today. So y'all can feel free to log off, and I will see you all on Thursday. Looking forward to it. Bye, friends. Bye, Ozzy. Have a good day.